Imagine you had a drilling partner that literally never missed the ball. That's what the Dink Master is. Today, I'm gonna show you drills that you can do by yourself or with a partner using the Dink Master so that you can work on your dinks, volleys, hands, reaction speed, and just about everything at the kitchen line. Some of these you don't even need somebody to practice with. You can do this on your own. And some of the other ones you can do with the partner and the Dink Master. So that way you get a perfect response every time to put that ball right back where you need it. You always know it's coming back, the wall never misses, and we can work on improving our shots effectively. So the first drill that we're gonna do is gonna work on our dinks and speed ups. At lower levels of pickleball, that beginner, intermediate level, a lot of your speed ups aren't gonna come back. You might speed the ball up and win the point right off that. But at some of the more advanced levels, so if you want to get to a really high level of pickleball, you always have to be expecting the ball to come back, and that's why this drill is so good. So the first thing we got to do before we even start the drill is make sure that our Dink Master is set up to help us do the drill properly. So I'm here on my pickleball court, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the Dink Master a few feet back from the net, and I'm going to angle it up. So it's going to be up just a little bit, and I'm going to close it to tighten it right there. So now I have the right angle for this drill. And so the reason we want it to be up is so that way when the ball comes back to us after we speed it up, it's gonna come up a little bit to give us that perfect opportunity to counter the ball right back and finish the point. So I'm gonna set up on one half of the court and we're gonna go down the line. I'm gonna start on the left side and I'm gonna do the right side after. You always wanna practice both sides so that way you can work from both angles. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed the ball in as a dink. It's gonna come right back to me. Then I'm gonna speed it up and counter back to the middle. So this is gonna work on making sure that I'm ready for the ball to come right back. The Dink Master is never gonna miss. It's always gonna counter back at me super hard, so I have to have my hands ready to put it away. And that's gonna simulate a counter attack when you're in a real game. So for this next drill, we're gonna work on a dinking pattern. So I'm gonna use these targets on the Dink Master to help me move my dinks left and right. And then I'm gonna speed up once I get that pop up. And then I'm gonna try to counter attack and finish through the middle. So for this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flatten the Dink Master out and then I'm gonna move it straight up to the net. So my pattern now for this one is I'm gonna dink left, dink right, and then I'm gonna speed up right to the right shoulder on the Dink Master. So this is gonna simulate an actual game situation. If I'm in an actual game, I'm always gonna be moving my dinks left and right, targeting my opponent's inner foot and outside foot, so that way I can stretch them out, get them off the court, and jam them to create a pop-up. If you keep dinking the ball right back to your opponent every time, you're not gonna be quite as likely to get a pop-up. This next drill is gonna be one that you can do with a partner, and it's gonna work on speeding up out of the air and then finishing with a counter attack. So I'm gonna set up diagonally for my partner. I'm gonna feed in a dink. He's gonna dink it back. I'm gonna hit one more dink, and then he's gonna give me a pop-up that I'm gonna speed up at the Dink Master and then put away the counter through the middle. This drill is gonna really require that I have my hands up and ready, because if I drop my hands after I speed the ball up, I'm not gonna be ready for that pop-up that comes right back for me to finish.
Here's another great drill to use with the Dink Master. This one's gonna work on your drives and approaching the kitchen and putting the ball away, being really aggressive. This one with the Dink Master we like to call the Drive Master. You can be fed balls or you can self-feed. I'm gonna do a self-feed version right here. You're gonna feed yourself a high ball, hit a drive, follow it in, put it away through the middle. Make sure your weight keeps going forward. Once you hit that drive, follow it in and look to put that ball away through the middle with a high margin for error. That's what not to do.
This next drill is gonna be similar, and it's gonna apply the same concept to the topspin drop. A topspin drop is an aggressive alternative to the drive, where maybe you wanna drop, but you wanna make sure that the ball comes down low below their knees, less spin, so that it's aggressive and a little bit harder. This is gonna be a way that you can practice closing in and putting the ball away after you hit an aggressive third shot topspin drop. So again, you can do this one either self-feeding or you could do it with a partner feeding to you. Now, of course, if you don't have a court to practice on, you can still get better with the Dink Master. I'm just gonna set up right in front of it. I'm gonna work on my dinks and volleys. This is gonna really help me with my hand speed, making sure I'm coming back to my ready position so I can counterattack and speed up effectively.